How much Bitcoin do you need to retire in 5 years? This is a question everyone wants to know. Of course, it will depend on the future price of Bitcoin, what other assets you have in your portfolio, how much you plan to spend during your retirement, and more. But let's run through some hypothetical scenarios with this new retirement calculator to try to estimate how much Bitcoin you need to retire in 5 years. This is not financial advice, and all scenarios are hypothetical and for illustrative purposes only. Please don't make any investments or decline to make any investments based on this video unless you have spoken to your financial advisor. All the Bitcoin price models used here will eventually be broken, but let's take a look. Okay, so this is a Bitcoin retirement calculator. Let's take a look at some hypotheticals. For this example, I have it set to the current age of 40 with a planned retirement age of 45. We also expect to live to age 80. For current balances, meaning our current wealth, we'll set up a simple portfolio with $0 in stocks, $0 in bonds, and about 1 Bitcoin today. For this simplistic example, we're assuming that for the next 5 years, while we're working, we'll save $0 of new wealth, whether that's in stocks, bonds, or Bitcoin. We're also assuming that we have no existing retirement accounts for simplicity. Since we're only looking at Bitcoin in this portfolio, let's assume a hypothetical power law model growth rate in the price of Bitcoin. Next, we factor in expected expenses. Let's say we want to spend $100,000 per year at retirement in today's dollars, which will adjust for inflation over time. Given these inputs and these assumptions, if you have 1 Bitcoin in your portfolio, you likely will not have enough to retire. As you can see, you have 1 Bitcoin at retirement, which makes sense since that's what we have saved today. In this example, our projected balance at retirement would be about $352,000, and our balance at death would be 0, since this model only supports 4 years of sustainable withdrawals. That should be an expected outcome, but let's adjust this. Let's say we have 2.5 Bitcoin instead of just 1. This changes our results. Now our balance at retirement is close to $1 million, and we could spend $115,000 per year, inflation adjusted, in retirement. We would also have a substantial balance left at death. That was pretty cool, and you can see how adjusting the assumptions and inputs can drastically change the calculations. Anyone can play around with this free calculator on unchained.com/calculator. I helped build it, so if you have any feedback, let me know. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.